Court is calling 2024 CR 0111153, State versus Jeremiah Day. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ashley Jones.
Defense.
Irina Costa.
And are you Mr. Day?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your clients?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Day, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Judge. The state is going to waive counts 1 and 2 and proceed on count 3 only.
Objection?
No objection.
The court admonishments with your attorney, did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in count 3, you're charged with tampering or fabrication, physical evidence with intent to impair as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Day, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 3. There's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. This is the run concurrent with 2024 CC 737065. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes,
Any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be 40 hours of community service restitution. There be no contact with Carlicia, ARLASHIA Johnson. Anger management, tough evaluation, follow recommendations, MRT, and no firearm possession. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count 3, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers states exhibits 1 and all attachments, including states exhibit 1A.
After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Day is 19 years old. He would like to work as a roofer potentially. He does not have a GED. He does not have a high school diploma. He would like to obtain one. And he does plan on moving forward being a functional member of society. He's very young. He's going to be living with his mother. And I believe that he has the support available to allow that to happen. But I do think that GED or some type of diploma would benefit him. I don't believe that there's any other mental health diagnoses that I'm aware of. In speaking with him from, I believe, ADHD, but getting his diploma would help.
Have you ever had employment? What? Why are you arguing with your sister over a charger?
Just arguing with that.
All right, I see now the reason why they're recommending the MRT. I don't know how getting into an argument with your sister, and how old is she? 16. You're 19. You're getting in an argument with a 16-year-old, and this turns into a weapon, destroying a weapon.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content.
What were you planning on doing? Were you planning on injuring your sister? Why would you even do this? I don't understand what's wrong with young people today. You're bringing nothing to the table. You don't have your GED. Public education is free. And as I tell everybody, people come over here from other countries, don't even speak English language. And the next thing you know, that person is the valedictorian of your school or first in your class because other people don't want to take advantage of the free opportunities that you have here. We're not allowed to read or write. Ended up sometimes to their detriment, to their death, learning how to read and write. And here you are with free education and you don't take advantage of it. All you're doing is hanging around with your hoodlum friends, and I'm going to say hoodlum friends because they're not up to anything. You're not up to any good. You're at the Bexar County Jail, and I'm sure your attorney told you not to make phone calls. You're not listening. And probably if you didn't make that phone call at the jail, it wouldn't even be here. And don't tell me you didn't know the phone was recorded, because every time at the Bexar County Jail, and I would tell my clients too, I don't know why you get an attitude with me, because I'll give you 180 days at the state jail facility to give you a little taste of what it is. So that every time there's a phone call made from the jail, what ends up happening is they give the defendant's name, SID number, and they tell you that this call is being recorded. But you still going forward with that nonsense, you trying to injure your sister who's only 16 over a phone charge that probably neither one of you paid for. Your mom is probably the only person who's working, and you all are doing stupid stuff. Now, look at you now. You're in an orange uniform, no education, with a SID number, and now you're going to be on paper, and you're going to have this felony following you around wherever you go, because you don't want to get your education, and you want to hang out with some thugs because y'all are watching video games or whatever nonsense y'all are doing, Fast and the Furious or The Godfather, and think that this is what life is about. Whole little thing that I read in the waiver, you all could have ended up getting killed running around with a gun, a friend. You know what would end up happening? Your mom would have been crying on the news asking people to do a GoFundMe. He thinks he needs some jail time. He has some issues, attitude issues, and he has learned nothing from this entire thing. So, counsel, do you want to tell me why I shouldn't give him a taste of the state jail facility to get his attitude in check?
Your Honor, I think he's been in custody for, I believe, 90 days now. Speaking with him, he wants to get back to work. He wants to get his education. I think that that time period in the facility already, or in Bexar County Jail, has him at least a taste of what it could be. And I think that in this situation, the opportunity to get his education and get back on track is warranted. He's young, and I understand that he could be sentenced and go to a state jail facility, but I don't think that that would benefit him. I think that if we're looking at rehabilitation, getting his education, courses that the state recommended, doing what he needs to do while being supervised by Bexar County would better serve him.
State?
The defendant does not have much criminal history, at least in the way of any convictions. His age and given acceptance of responsibility, the state would recommend going forward recommendation for deferred.
Any children? Please tell me you don't have any children. I want you to be truthful, but I'm hoping you don't have any children because you're not ready for them. Do you have any children? What do you think about the conditions of MRT, your management?
I think those would be good. I would also probably add the safety course.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Court will sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Carlicia Johnson. And you say that he would be living with his mom. Where is the 16-year-old going to be living?
That's his stepsister, Your Honor. She doesn't live at the same residence.
All right. So there'll be no contact with Carlicia Johnson. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or minors. Regular reporting or in person. Random UAs. Hours of community service restitution. You're either obtaining your GED or you're going to obtain some kind of trade school certificate. Do you understand? Does that the community service hours will be deemed satisfied? anger management, safety course, RT. RT is supposed to help you make decisions, think things through before you act. With regards to the TAP evaluation, have you used any drugs in the past? No marijuana, alcohol? TAP evaluation, that can be done out of custody. Want field visits 1 time per month for 8 months. Probation, is there anything else you need from the court? To run concurrent with 2024 37065. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? This is a plea bargain agreement. Because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You had better start making better choices. Yep, still has the attitude. I still think I should have sent him to prison condition.
Can I be excused?
Yes, could happen. Applications?
No.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 008427, State versus Moses Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Sadelman.
Defense?
Fernando Trevino for the accused.
And are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have.
Did you review it with your client?
I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor, although there is one slight problem on the State's Exhibit 1 in the offense report. This gentleman is listed as Lorenzo Rivas Martinez. As far as I am able to discern, Rivas Martinez and Moses Martinez are the same person, and I would request defense to stipulate to that.
We do.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated third or more? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison
Yes.
and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Not exactly.
Either yes or no.
No. I mean, yes.
All right. Find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's restitution of $2,000 to Desiree Ruth, DESIREEOUTH. Understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
That is clear, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Have any such motions?
None.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
Any
No
objections? All right, then state, do you wish to question the witness with regards to State's Exhibits 1 and attachments as it relates to his name?
Martinez. In the offense report generated by the officer who investigated and arrested you, he identified you as Lorenzo Rivas Martinez. Is that an alias of some sort? Your brother's name. The person identified by that officer in that offense report is in fact you.
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? Importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
I would like to set this for, the only reason I asked for that is he needs to move his stuff out of his apartment before he goes to jail. He gets the PSI, then he'll have time to do that.
Your Honor, I just want to spend a little more time with my family. So,
No, here's the issue, and the reason why the court doesn't want to do that is because this really isn't a DWI third, because you've been to prison before for DWI
Oh,
third.
yeah.
He's been on a felony probation for DWI the third, for DWI. It's 2007 CR 9965.
Mona dropped that. It was the same court.
Marijuana.
Remember?
No, even the state looked, there was no prison time.
Your Honor, as far as I am able to discern, Martinez has never been incarcerated in the penitentiary.
I have before me, whether he went to prison or not, I have him as having a previous DWI that was a felony, and it's 2007 CR 9965.
Maryland just dropped the 4 years probation I have. Someone lied about me. Somebody accused me of putting a knife. I've never used knives in my life.
I'm just saying, he has a conviction for DWI third. Am I wrong in that?
No, the
You-
conviction's there,
Okay, so I don't,
but you asked if he went to prison. What?
okay,
Your Honor,
hasn't been to prison. All right, so
Right.
the reason why I do not feel comfortable with him being on bond for this, because in the stipulations, one, he's using his brother's name by his own testimony. That's why,
Your Honor, that was when I was like 18, 19 years old. It's been a long time, and I told them to take that name off, but they never take it off. I've never ever used that name. Only when I was young, I was like 21 or 19 years old.
all right, I'm not gonna allow him to be on bond for,
And I'm being compliant with all the conditions. You had dated me. I go to AA. I go to the healthcare services. I've been doing everything, and I've come up clean. I blow in that monitor 3 times a day. And I'm just at home. I'll go to AA, and that's all I do. I'm in there with my little dog. I told you, Tina.
And he already has over 5 months waiting to get out and stuff, Judge. That's why he wants to be able to move his stuff out. So he's got a lot of credit towards it already. He just needs to go in and plea out.
Penitentiary isn't going anywhere anytime soon, Your Honor.
but concern is for the community.
And
This
I
and-
have my family there, you know. So
You know, I understand. I see your family. Concern is that this involved an accident, restitution of $2,000. Has pled guilty to it. So does anybody want to address that issue?
He just.
That, I mean, that he's pled to a DWI third.
Correct,
There was an accident.
correct.
Now he's guilty, the prison sentence. So anybody want to address the court's concerns, public safety?
The fact that he on his own has his issue, accepted responsibility for it, and has been going to how many
AA,
AA
I
meetings?
got about 90 already.
He's already got.
Where's the documentation?
That's what he was reaching for, to do
Hand
better.
that to your attorney, sir.
Here.
Gold, yeah.
Here he goes, Judge. Be proactive so far, Judge.
Sorry, State, have you had a chance to view these?
I have not, Your Honor.
He's coming around this way. Thank you.
I also have a sponsor in AA. His name is Kevin Valdez.
Mhm.
I even got the Alcoholic Anonymous book and been reading them. I'm taking full responsibility and I'm complying with everything the court has ordered me. I have 17 grandchildren now.
You name them all and give their date of birth.
Oh, now,
His memory is
14 great ones too.
But can you name them all and give their date of birth?
signatures on that. Well,
What's this picture of?
Never attacked his dog and.
My neighbor killed my dog. That's why I was going to my sister that night of the incident.
Mhm.
And,
That was not the same day,
this is my little dog, so
but his
when I
neighbor's
played
been,
Tina.
Mhm.
his neighbor's been arrested for burglarizing his house and, with the pipe and. Yeah. That occurred at another time than the DWL.
All right.
So,
State, do you have any objection to allowing him continue on bond for PSI?
I do not, Your Honor.
What's the earliest to expedite this? Like it before the holidays or Christmas.
I did that by the 19th.
Okay.
I believe the situation, the audience was not like today.
Okay. So we'll be back on 19th.
December 19th it is, and if they're not ready, we will.
Be ready.
Okay.
Does include a child evaluation in that? Or anything else?
That's it, Your Honor. Your Honor, thank you.
You're
Nothing
welcome.
further.
For your patience
From
and for
this-
dressing appropriately.
From the
Thank you,
state,
yes.
only an admonishment to Mr. Martinez not to go anywhere.
Yep, Mr. Martinez, don't go anywhere. Don't mess up.
Oh, no.
Now, you might want
Appreciate
to
it,
also
sir.
tell them that found him guilty, but do not show up, then she can
No,
change the
I'm
sentence.
take full responsibility.
All right. Okay.
Thank you. Continue doing what you're